Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and this is Create Your Own Cozy. On today's video, I'm going to be using two of the transfer books on today's video, I am going to be using two of the transfer books that I used in last week's video from the 2023 IOD Holiday Release. I'm using Holly Glen and Candy Cane Cottage in this week's video. Little spoiler alert, I'm going to go pick up that little fairy transfer today at my antique place. My local stockist had one available and I held it. I'm going to go pick that up because I cannot, guys, these are limited release. And I wish I would have gotten those cute little fairies. They are so cute. All the creators out there making these fun projects with the fairy made me want to grab one of my own. So I'm hoping that you guys get your hands on some of these On today's video, I am going to be using two of the transfer books that I used in last week's video from the 2023 IOD Holiday Release. I'm using Holly Glen and Candy Cane Cottage in this week's video. Little spoiler alert, I'm going to go pick up that little fairy transfer today at my antique place. My local stockist had one available and I held it. I'm going to go pick that up because I cannot, guys, these are limited release. And I wish I would have gotten those cute little fairies. They are so cute. All the creators out there making these fun projects with the fairy made me want to grab one of my own. So I'm hoping that you guys get your hands on some of these transfers and have fun creating. And let's go ahead and get started. For a couple of the projects today, I am going to be breaking out the Candy Cane Cottage transfer book. So I'm just going to show you the book again in its entirety. I've already used a couple of these transfers, but just wanted to show you as it comes. Hopefully you guys are getting yours in the mail or have pictures up from your local stockist and are about to have fun with these projects. So I found these little jars with lids at the thrift store, cleaned them up, and just added these cute little transfers to the outside. You just need a clean surface. You burnish it on with your hand and then start using the stick that comes with it. The grid lines on here help make sure it's straight, and after it is completely on the surface, you turn this plastic sheet over and you burnish it onto the surface so that it adheres. Now, best practice is to do a top coat over this. But this was decor, so I did not do that. And then I'm going to do it on this glass that has some movement to it, like the sides move. So I'm just taking the center section, making that flat, and then just folding it down along the side. And I am going to end up putting some ribbon and some twine around it. And then I had thrifted just some cute little decorative things to put on the inside, and I'm really happy with how these guys turned out. I've sold some rolling pins lately, and I've realized that I need to replenish them in my booth. So I got out DIY paint in the color White Swan, did 2 solid coats along both the wooden part of this rolling pin and the handles. After that dried completely, I went over both of those surfaces with a baby wipe to just have this nice rustic look so I could get these red handles looking through the white. Hindsight, I might have wished that I did this in black instead of white and had a black rolling pin with the little red handles peeking through and then the cute little transfer on the top of that. But it is what it is. If you guys ended up doing one, I want to see it because I think that would also be cute. I did go over the whole thing with Big Top and it's ready to go to the booth. The next project will be these really cute baskets that I thrifted just last week. It's a set of three, $3, $3, and $2. Thought that was quite a deal, but you can imagine they were quite the bleeders. I use Salvation Solution in the color white, and guys, it needed 2 coats of this. Hindsight, I wish that I just would have gone to the store, bought a spray can of shellac, and just shellacked the whole thing because there were 3 baskets inside and outside, and they needed 2 coats. So this was my therapy project for the week. I did turn some music on. I was enjoying the new light in my studio and just spending some time creating. They did take a while. I'm going to take a painting break from this program and show you the Holly Glen transfer book. Again, I've already used some of these, but I'm just showing you the book in full so you can see these amazing little critters. Guys, they are just so cute. So many options. In my last IOD video, I certainly used a number of these, and I still have so many left to use. Let me know in the comments below which of these critters are your favorite. Let's get back to the project now. I did 2 coats of paint. I used the color Faded Burlap. I really loved how tightly weaved these baskets were. I wanted to be able to show that texture, but I was not going to be able to do any wet distressing. Here I'm showing you that I'm using the Fine Mist Sprayer. Again, I use this on my smalls to get this clay-based paint nice and smooth and thin with amazing coverage. So I did 2 coats of Faded Burlap. I did go over it with Big Top, and I am using the Holly Glen transfer, this beautiful deer. I do make a mistake here, so watch out for it. Let me be a cautionary tale. I am trying to move through this project because you know what? It took forever to paint. I did not have forever. I needed, to do 4 other projects. So I am being nice and patient, making sure this whole guy is on there. And then at the end, I get sloppy, and I guess the side was not down all the way. Watch right here. I slowed it down for you. I'm trying to burnish it on. What? What in the heck are you even attached to? I don't even know how that happened. Somehow it got attached to the other side. What in the world? So I was just trying to save the nose. I figured I could make the rest of it very distressed looking, but I wanted him to have a complete nose. So I got my little scraper out got the nose back on there, and then just kind of sanded around, around the edges to make it look like it was a little bit rough, because it is rough, because I got a little too fast for my own britches. You know what I'm saying? So I was already going to do this dark wax, and because I did seal it with Big Top, the dark wax is going to wipe off and kind of sit in the grooves. And it's kind of going around the spot where I pulled it off, and I'm like, you know what, let's just keep it like this. It's fine. Everything's fine. So I am being pretty heavy-handed here with the dark wax. I'm just going with this look, getting it down into the crevices. Again, if I used Big Top first, so I've already sealed my paint, so the wax is not getting as muddy looking, if that makes sense. So I did the insides and the outsides of this whole thing, trying to find the cute little critters that would go well together. The way I'm envisioning this is to kind of sit under a Christmas tree like little gifts before all the actual presents come out. I love putting stuff under the tree that looks like it's nice and finished, and then make sure you go over the top of the transfer with the Big Top so that it does not get caught on random things. You know what I mean? I mean, you already saw the cautionary tale. Am I right? So I'm just going to show you now all three of the projects. I think these are just precious. They are my problem child of the week because of all the bleed through, but those are usually the ones that give you the most satisfaction. What do you guys think? Project number 4 is a handmade box that I thrifted. It would be pretty easy to just make one of these yourself, but why make it when you can buy it? It did have very rough wood, and I am not a fan of rough wood, and that is not going to go well for transfers or for the look I'm going for. So I'm sanding all the sides of this. After that, I just do one coat of DIY's black velvet paint. I'm not worried about full coverage. I'm leaving a couple little spots. I'm not going to do any distressing. I could have gone over this with an orbital sander, but I'm kind of liking the way that it looks with my not painting it all the way. I do cover the whole thing with Big Top, and then these cute little bears, she has a little butterfly on the top of her head, like a little hair bow. So cute. I wanted these guys to be together. Originally, I was going to set them with some space in the middle, and then I was like, you know what? Why not kind of marry them up to each other and have him overlap a little bit? Thought this was such a cute project. After I got him where I wanted him and got him attached to the project, I made sure I went over it with Big Top and thought, I just love the way these tans and stuff go with black. What do you guys think? For my fifth and final project this week, I'm going to get out a cutting board that I thrifted. This beautiful oval. I think I paid $3 for it. I loved how it was framed, and immediately I knew I wanted to put some decoupage paper in the center. So I did 2 coats of white swan in the center so that the paper would be more vibrant. And then I painted the framed area and the back black velvet. I went ahead and sealed in the black velvet with Big Top so that there would not be any of this black paint getting on my decoupage paper while I'm doing a sealer, if that makes sense. When you are sealing over like blacks and whites, it's a good idea to put your Big Top in a separate container because since it can be reactivated, it's a good idea to just kind of keep your bottle nice and clean. So this particular tissue paper is gift wrap tissue paper. I got it in a present and saved it in my stash, and I'm finally using it. Oh my goodness. So you can see I kind of centered one of the stripes down the center of the oval just so it visually looked pleasing. I'm doing a starter strip of DIY's liquid patina, putting it under the paper and then on top of the paper. Now I've been used to using legit decoupage paper and I was getting a little bit extra with this. So I did rip the tissue paper in a couple spots and I will show you at the end how I just patchwork over them. Listen, I'm just showing you all the mistakes so you guys don't have to make them. You know what I mean? I didn't have a whole lot of these tissue papers, so I was like, well, if this is the look that I'm getting, look, I did it again. Heather, calm down. This is a process. Enjoy the process. So after it is completely dry, and not until then, I'm using sandpaper along the lip to very neatly get the paper out, and then I'm just putting some liquid patina back in those spots, doing a little bit of patchwork. Yes, I know it's not perfect, but look, I'm going to distress stuff. It's just the look that I like. So I'm just patching it up and then going over the whole thing again with Big Top so that I can get ready for the transfer. And you know I'm bringing out this gorgeous, gorgeous Santa. This is just the perfect backdrop for him. So I'm going to put him on here, let you guys watch the process, and let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of this gorgeous Santa? Hey guys, did you guys have a favorite today? I think my favorite was that handsome Santa. I'm not really like a use a bunch of red during Christmas kind of a girl, but this vintage looking Santa was super cute, especially with the black background. As you can see, I am in my basement studio, and I did a little reel over on Facebook and a short on YouTube letting you know that my husband splurged and got me some electricity down here. Guys, it feels like I'm in a legit space. I don't feel like I'm down in a dungeon anymore. I have actual lighting. I have sockets, you know, electrical sockets, so I don't have like extension cords everywhere. And I even have a ceiling fan for when it gets a little hot down here. So I'm excited to be having this fun creative studio, and I feel lit. I feel like I can see. It's just so much fun. And the fun thing is, even if my husband's getting on my nerves, you know what I'm saying? When I come down here, I'm like, oh my gosh, look how much he loves me. He wants me to work in a very well lit space. So that is a good reminder every time I come down here to have gratitude for my family. So my website is up, and I'm gonna call this a soft opening, because thankfully one of you guys saw that my website was up and has been doing a little quality control issues with me. Listen, I had my firewall on super tight because of some of the stuff that happened before, but it was so tight she couldn't even get to the shopping cart. So we are still in the beginning stages. I would love it if you would check out my channel. I mean, I would love it if you'd go check out my website, www.createyourowncozy.com. My friend, she did such a great job. I feel like it is so beautiful, and now we just need to get the functionality to work well. Still having a little tweaks with shipping, where it's literally charging for every item instead of all the items added together. So it is a learning process, but I'm thankful that you guys are my people. And I'm hoping and praying that you will give me some grace in these first couple weeks as I try to get this website going. It's very exciting and very scary and terrifying at the same time. Does that make sense? Like, it's something that I've been working for and working on, and there was a terrifying moment just to hit publish, but we did it, and now we've got some tweaks to figure out. But just a reminder that if something scares you, do it anyway. I didn't die. I hit publish and I didn't die. Same way I started this channel, I hit publish and I didn't die. So get out there, try some things that are a little bit scary for you. You will surprise yourself. And do not forget to create for yourself this week. Feed that creative soul. If you guys are new here, please consider subscribing to this channel, hitting that notification bell to all, so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Guys, I'm so thankful that you are here. See you guys in the next video. Bye.